Joined once again by Julian Marquez, who's got a big fight coming up here in his UFC debut against Vitor Miranda at UFC on Fox 26 on December 16th. Julian, what's going on? How are you?
Good, man. Good morning from Las Vegas, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well. It's good to talk to you again. And, man, I feel like this fight has been announced for so long. When did you find out about this fight? Because it seems like it's, you knew kind of right after the Contender series.
Man, it's been... when the fight happens, I would have known about it for 13 weeks. So, I mean, I've already had 2 months of notoriety on this, and it's been a long camp. It's definitely been a long time. The longest fight, or I guess longest time training for a fight that I've ever had. I'm normally about 6 weeks is the max I have, and then anything under that, I've never had anything longer than that. So. Yeah, we've known about this since, I want to say, at the end of August, the next Contender series, when they had me show up, they wanted me to announce it there. So,
good stuff. And how do you structure your camp in a way that, when you know about a fight long in advance, like how do you sort of structure it where you're not overtraining, you're not overdoing things? Like, have you kind of mapped that out yet? I mean, seems like everything's good to go. You seem in a good mood, so I imagine everything's, good to go.
Yeah, so, this happened, like, I've heard this quote many times. It's easier to stay ready, or it's always easier to be ready than to just keep planning on for your fights, take time off. So I was in the gym after my fight and still training, helping other, people get ready for theirs. And I've been in the gym since the fight with, Matt Hamill over a year ago. I've just been training constantly in there no matter what. So what really helped me out is that, like, most people say they're in fight camp, but I've been in camp the whole time, so I never really left.
Nice. That's awesome. Now, they told you you're going to Winnipeg for this fight. Did you know anything about Winnipeg before you took this matchup?
No, I've known a little bit about Winnipeg and the cold tundra out there, and but I've never been there. I never thought I'd ever go to Winnipeg. I never thought I'd be in Canada. During the winter time, so I'm pretty stoked about this. And
I don't know if you know this, but you're actually playing in the same arena as, or you're competing in the same arena as the Winnipeg Jets in the NHL. So they play in that same arena in the MTS Center. So that'll be kind of neat, I guess. Playing with.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've watched a little bit of hockey. I'm not a big old hockey guy, but my brother is. He loves the Red Wings, and a lot of people I work with are super stoked about hockey, especially now that the Knights are here in Vegas. So I'm always down to watch, and that would be awesome if they're playing there like a couple days before we fight, and I'd love to go there and watch it out. Yeah,
I should check the schedule. I would imagine they would play at some point, so unless they're on the road, but yeah, you should look into that. Check out some other stuff going on there during the week. Now, is this your first time to Canada, or have you been to Canada before?
You know what? When I was younger, I want to say we've been to Canada with my family, because my family lives on the border of Michigan.
Okay.
And I feel like we've been there, but I was so young at the time that I don't remember it. So I can honestly say this would be the first time of me going to Canada that I'm going to remember it.
Gotcha. And now you're taking on Vitor Miranda. He's got the 12-6 record. How do you feel like you match up against him in your UFC debut?
I think stylistically, I mean, we're two good opponents for each other. I think we mesh up very well. We both like to go in for the kill. We both like to fight. I mean, he has, what is he? He's 12-6. He's been fighting MMA for a long time, but he's also done K1 kickboxing. So he has a lot of tricks up his sleeve, and he has a lot of experience, which is super amazing to get the opportunity to go against somebody with that, diverse of a background. Now, I think it's great, man. I'm excited. When it comes down to this, I've always known this, when you're in the UFC, man, there's no such thing as easy fights. There's no such thing as, hand me fights. There's some that are, going to be fights that are hey, this is a better matchup for you than fighting so-and-so person. I do believe this is a better matchup, but I think this dude's still a dangerous fighter as well.
And one of the benefits I'm sure you have right now is a lot of your teammates have fights coming up. So you guys are all getting ready at the same time. I talked to Eric Spicely. I know Andrew Sanchez has a fight coming up. It's really, I imagine the morale at the gym. I mean, the morale is always good, but it's probably even better with the fact that everyone's getting ready for fights.
Oh man, it's amazing. I can't tell you how exciting it is to watch everyone train, and then they start performing. Like, let's start off with Jessie Rose Clark, where she just fought
nice win.
Beck Rawlings. You know, she went in there. She took it on a couple days' notice. She went in there. She got the unanimous decision, and then she got the ball rolling. And then little Benoit, little babyface, went in there, and he was training with us during this camp. And he got he ended up getting the TKO at the end of the day. And, dude, that was amazing. That just got all of us elevated. So, like, this week has just been an amazing week, man. I went there, and we trained with Sanchez and Spicely today. Or we will today, but this week, man, and they're on point. They're dialed in. Their timing's perfect. Their will, their want, they're ready. They look ready. I don't even think they're going to even have to cut any weight, so that's going to be the best part. And then not only that, we still have other people we need. We have Khalil Roundtree at the end of the month. We have Rock Modafari the same night as Eric, and then we have Corey Hendricks coming up, and we have a lot of amateur people that are coming up as well. And dude, it's just the morale of the team it got lifted up. It started off with Jessie that brought us all ready to this fight, man. It's been amazing.
Excellent. And how's the weight cut going? We just had Thanksgiving this weekend. Everything, you survive all that? You good to go?
Yeah. So it's been great. I've been working with Tyler Minton for a long time.
Oh, the melee way. Nice.
He's the melee way. Yeah. And I think he's teamed up with Lockhart right now, and they have a system together, and he's been working with a lot of athletes. But Tyler knows me so well that since we had a longer camp than last time, we were able to dial things down and get stuff together. So the weight is coming off super easy. I'm the lightest I've been for an 85-pound cut this far out, which I'm super, super stoked about. And, I mean, it's been amazing. I can't explain how great the food is that I'm eating and losing weight at the same time. Now, don't get me wrong, Thanksgiving, I wasn't able to have all the turkey, the mashed potato, the collard greens, any of that stuff. I still had to stick to my diet, but I was able to eat, turkey instead of chicken, but it still was weighed out, portioned out. So awesome for Tyler.
How do you see this fight unfolding on December 16th?
There's many different visions that I have for this fight, and it's crazy. Like, as we talked to the last couple times, none of my fights have ever planned out to the vision that I want, except for one thing. At the end of the day, my hand is being raised. I couldn't have told you how I would have finished Cameron Olson, a high-level fighter. I thought it was going to be a lot longer of a fight. I couldn't have told you that the way I finished Phil Hawes was going to end up that way. I don't know. And then this one, man, it's stylistically bombs are going to be thrown, kicks are going to be flung, and there's going to be a lot of heart on both sides. We're both fighting for something we want. And I think this is just going to be a very intense matchup. I think it's going to be a lot of action. I think it's going to be a lot of diverse, wrestling, striking, kicking. I definitely think it's going to be something that's going to draw everybody in. And then at the end of the day, I do believe that my hand is going to be raised.
Now, I imagine if all goes well in this fight, you go out there, you get a finish, you're healthy, everything like that. Are you looking to get on that St. Louis card? Is that sort of the goal?
Oh, man, it would be awesome. I would like to call it out after I win on my fight. But right now, I'm only focused on that fight, and that's the fight that I have right in front of me. Again, like I said, who knows? After the win, let's see where we go. But let's see if the card's not full. But right now, it's not a major want or necessary. Like, I don't need it right now. I have a fight in front of me, so we'll go one step at a time.
Awesome. Last question for you here. What video games are you playing right now? I know you're getting into that a little bit during training camp.
Dude, so the new Call of Duty 2 came out, and I have just been going wild with it. That's like the main game I have. I have a whole bunch of people that I just met randomly through Twitter and Instagram. They come in, and they'll have me. So add me on Rule Reporter. We'll play. But I started playing the new Battlefront game. Been playing that. It's a little, not as much time into it as Call of Duty, I would say. And then, like we were talking about earlier, that little what's it called? The berry, the
Raspberry Pi, yeah.
The Raspberry Pi. We started playing that, so we were playing old school Spider-Man Carnage, and actually, believe it or not, we're playing Mario Party a lot. So
Oh, that's a
those are
great
games
game.
right now, or what's been interesting. Yeah, that's amazing. So that's where we're at right now. But other than that, man, those are the only games I care for right now.
Excellent. Well, everyone's got to check out this fight. It's UFC on Fox 26 coming up here December 16th. Julian, it's always a pleasure catching up with you. Just remind people where they can find you on social media. And if you got any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
All right. Guys, you can add me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. All my handles are J Marquez MMA. I'd like to give a shout-out for Squints Apparel out of Kansas City. Made urban apparel out of Kansas City as well. That's pretty much it. BLT Foods, who helped give me food and provide me with my delicious Thanksgiving feast that I had in the healthy code and the healthy way, I should say. Other than that, man, I'd like to shout out to my teams and my family members that have been helping me out through this long, intense camp.
What's up, fight fans? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to see even more interviews with your favorite UFC and Bellator fighters. We've also got coverage at events, including post-fight press conferences and media scrums. And if you like this video, check out the video to my right. It's worth your time.